Hello, Secondary 3. I'm showing you the place where I'm sleeping tonight. I've been very lucky. I was riding along wondering where I was going to finish the day, and it's been a lot of uphill today, so I was quite tired. And then I came to this service area, and it's got this kind of information center here with some toilets over there, and over on this side is a sleeping area, and that's where my sleeping bag is set up. Nobody else is here. There are lots of people, well, lots. There are a few people outside, but they're all sleeping in their cars, strangely enough. This is a tatami mat, or this is a group of tatami mats. Most Japanese houses have at least one room, sometimes more, where the floor is made of this mat, which is made from some kind of vegetable fiber. And the traditional way of sleeping in Japan is on a futon, which is a mattress on the floor, which in the mornings they take out and air and roll up, and then in the evenings they put it out again. So it's a very traditional thing. And shoes off on the tatami. Okay, so I've got a few questions from you, but not very many. In fact, only from two people, only 2 emails from your class for some reason. Why is that? So I've got an email from Nerea Diaz, and she asks me, how are Japanese temples and houses? Nerea, I will hopefully have the chance to go into a Japanese house when I'm staying with some Japanese, and I'll be able to video a short film for you. They're quite different in some ways, especially the sleeping areas, as I've just said, and also the bathrooms. Japanese people have a different way of what they do is that the whole area of the bathroom is supposed to get wet, and you clean yourself before you go into the bath. Some people have a shower, but if they have a bath, they're already clean before they go in the bath. Anyway, I hope to have a chance to show you. I've already videoed, after I read your email, I videoed a couple of temples. There are lots and lots of temples in Japan. Japan is mainly Buddhist and Shinto, and if you want to know what Shinto is, then use the internet and find out. I videoed a couple of temples that I saw, and just went in and waved the video camera around. I had no idea what they were going to be like. They're not particularly nice though, so I may or may not send those. I'd like to make a nice video report from a really good temple. And do Japanese people have pets? Yes, they do. They quite like pets, and mainly dogs. Same as Europe, really. The Japanese have a lot of things that they have in common with Europe. Many things are different, but some of the things are similar. Are the charities going to rebuild cities and villages? The 4 charities that I'm dealing with are working more with communities rather than with the physical infrastructure. The task of rebuilding the cities and villages is more the Japanese government. And although I haven't reached the main area hit by the tsunami, I have entered into the area that was affected, and I have seen a lot of reconstruction work going on, strengthening sea walls. That's the main thing. But I haven't reached any villages or towns where the tsunami has swept through the whole of the town, like some of the videos or some of the news reports that you might have seen after the tsunami. But as I say, the charities that I'm supporting work more with the communities. One of the charities works with children, with orphans, and I'm going to go to an orphanage towards the end of next week. And the others are doing things like taking food to elderly people. Many people are still living in places like school gymnasiums or school halls, and they're doing things like giving them a good clean. I mean, the people have been living there for months. So they're doing another project. You can see all this on my website, on the links to the pages, to the organisation's websites. One initiative is to collect all the photographs that were scattered and destroyed. Well, not destroyed, but kind of ruined by the tsunami. Take them down to Tokyo and make good copies so people can hold on to their memories. There are all kinds of initiatives that the organisations I'm working with are doing, but like I say, they're much more focused on people rather than the rebuilding of Japan, of the area affected by the tsunami. How is the food there? Is it nice? Is it very different? You can buy sandwiches here, which are pretty much the same as they are in Europe. There are restaurants where you can get Western food, but generally the Japanese eat different kind of food. But I'll do a separate report on food. I'll go into the supermarket and I'll video the supermarket and show you all the different kinds of food that there are here. So I also had an email from Alfonso Gil, who didn't tell me his class, but then finally did send me an email to tell me. Alfonso, how many hours do you sleep? I'm a good sleeper, and I'm tired at the end of the day, and I like my bed. So I usually sleep 7 hours, 8 hours, sometimes 6 hours, something like that. I'm comfortable at night. My sleeping bag is very comfortable, and I've got a kind of inflatable mattress which has got feathers inside, and it's warm, and I'm very comfortable. What about money? How much money have you raised so far? Good question. Not very much. I haven't actually sent out all the emails to my friends and family and past employers and everything that I would like yet, because I thought I would visit the organisations and do some reporting and have an idea of what's going on before I do that. So far, I've only raised something like £150, which I'm a little bit disappointed about, but like I say, I haven't really pushed it yet. So, and I hope that the school will help me in this as well. Anyway, that's another matter. Have you had any problems with the bicycle? No, I haven't had any problems at all with the bike yet. I have had a problem with my computer. My tent broke in a storm, and I had to wait for some replacement parts. And unfortunately, the other day, this happened to the computer. The bike dropped, and unfortunately the screen is now ruined, which I'm very disappointed about. But the PC is still working, so at least I can still do everything, even though I've got those horrible lines. And Alfonso finishes, I hope you raise a lot of money and this cyclone moves to another country. Well, the typhoons come and go. There's already another one on the way, but it's not going to come to Japan. It's typhoon season, so it's a fact of life in Japan. Anyway, thank you for the few questions. I hope next time there are more. As I said, I'm going to be visiting all the organizations in the next 10 days. And it would be nice if I had some questions for you to ask them. So if you've got time, have a look at those organizations on their websites through my webpage, which you can connect through the school website. I believe there's an article there with a link to my website, or go directly to www.thefaceofcircumstance.com. Anyway, thanks a lot, and good night.